BBN, what's going on, guys? This is the Loyal BBN Fan Show. I'm your host, Michael. What is up? We are back in the house tonight with our Tuesday night show. Let me just make this announcement first before the show gets started. My shows will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 Eastern. I know people have been confused if they were still doing Monday shows or not, but unfortunately, because of just the way my body was just wearing down and stuff like that, I was only getting like 8 hours of sleep in like 48 hours. So I had to back off the Monday show. Tuesday, Thursday, 7 Easterns, and we're gonna get it in. But anyway, I wanted to put that out there first. I'm looking for my first person from YouTube, first person from Twitter, my first person from Facebook. Let me give those shout outs to you guys as we come here and we talk Kentucky basketball. I have a little energy tonight, so we are going to have some fun talking Kentucky sports. Let's get it in right now. I'm right now looking and look. I'm not really sure. I was supposed to go live at like 2 minutes ago, but my camera, Hurl, he gets my first YouTube. All right, he's in the house. Hurl, I see you, baby. Come on in. What's good? My first YouTube guy, the first guy of the night, as a matter of fact. Let's get it in. We're going to talk some UK basketball tonight. It's looking good tonight. We're going to just start off with a bang. We're going to talk about Kentucky scheduling in to start the season off. And also, we're going to talk about you're too fast, Harold. Hey, Sean, welcome to the show. And we're going to talk about is Travis Perry really making a case for why Coach Pope needs to put him on the bench. I mean, on the floor, often more so than so. So we're gonna get right into that as well. I hope everyone has had a great week. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, but we here just to kind of get away from the world and we're gonna focus on Kentucky sports right now. So it's good to see. I look forward to seeing everyone come on in tonight. Let's see who's all joining us. Thank you, man. You guys are awesome. Look, I missed you guys so much, man. But thank you guys for being understanding. I had to take care of my health, man. Hey, Jeff, welcome in. I see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Jeff. Don't forget, I'm going to hit you up with that conversation, okay? Um, but, man, I miss family, man. I miss you guys, and I'm sorry that I can't do the Monday night show like I had, like we had been doing 3 times a week. But my health was not good, bro. It was just, I was in a bad shape mentally and physically with that little of sleep, and also for the being out in the hot sun all day long as well too. So that all makes a big difference. So guys, what's up? Our Kentucky Wildcats. Mark Pope has scheduled the first game of the year, which would be against um, the Mavericks of Washington State, a D2 college who actually won the national title last year, going 35-2. This is not going to be a pushover. Now, here's the thing. I know people have heard about this already. It's been many people who's already reported on it. And for me, when I get up in the morning time, when I get up in the morning or whatever, and it's like 6 hours after everybody's been reporting on it, I know people have already heard about it, but I got to talk about it too on my show too as well. So thank you guys. Had to resubscribe. Phone went dead, and when it came back, everything was erased. I was Sean. Okay, Sean Ritchie, thanks so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. It means a lot for me that you would come back. That's really good. But hope everyone, like I said, everyone is doing good. I'm very excited about the matchup. Now, here's the thing about playing Washington State. Even though it's a D2 school, and even though it's an exhibition game, the thing about playing a team like this is when you think about a basketball team starting off the year, most teams, and Kentucky's is the same way. Kentucky's no difference. In the last years, Kentucky has been doing the exact same thing, coming out, playing some teams that, hey, you guys are supposed to work out you're supposed to jive. It's supposed to be a cupcake game or work out the wrinkles or whatever you want to call it. So for me, part of the assignment for Coach Pope is just, why start out with a game that's supposed to be, it's an exhibition game. So what do we have to lose? Let's go out and let's see who we are as a team, and let's play somebody with me, that's did something recently that can actually. I appreciate it. Thanks, Sean. Why not play somebody that has actually did something within the recent? So he went out and said, even though it's a smaller school, these guys can still ball. They went 35-2 last year, and we're gonna just come out and we're gonna see where our baseline is. We're gonna see where we at against a quality opponent. Now we'll throw out they did lose 3 of the 4 best scores, but you still don't go that good in a season and not have guys that's already ready to step up into starting roles and be able to come out and be able to play basketball at a high level. Even, and people look at it all the time. Well, it's just a D2 college. It's a small, it's a smaller school. It's not a Power 5 school. But some of these schools, man, I'm trying to tell you, some of these schools actually really, really, really have some really solid players. And like I always say, everybody's not going D1. It's just it's not enough schools. It's not enough scholarships. It's just too many kids, not enough schools. So some of these kids are going to have to go down to a lower level school and play ball. But it doesn't mean that these guys are not capable of still stepping up and still playing ball against a competitive team like Kentucky or anyone else out there. Things happen, upsets happen, but I like this. I like this competition. I like how we come out, and we'll be able to see where we stand at, and if we'll be able to see if we can compete on a high level. And I like it. I like, if we want to if we want to be prepared, and if we want to see where we really at as a ball team, then why start out with, Bryant College or something like that? Start as high as you possibly can. And I think playing a team like Washington State, a national champions, I think that's a good baseline, and we'll be able to go back and look at, okay, does this system work at Kentucky? Can we get up down the court? Can we get off 35, 38 three-pointers a ball game? Can we move the ball? Can we communicate on defense? These are the kind of things. Can we work over picks? Can we get this out of, get the mistakes out of our systems in this first game? And what is it going to look like moving forth into the season for sure? Rick Brown, I see you. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you guys once again. And don't forget, guys, you know what I do. If it's a birthday, if it's a holiday, anniversary, or something going on, please let me know so I can give you guys a shout out. If you want to let me know where you watching from, I can give that location a shout out or two. This is family, and this is what we do on this show. And thank you. If it's your first time watching, please let us know so we can give you a shout out. Travis, welcome in the show. I appreciate it. I'm not concerned about who subscribes or who likes to what's the name. We're just a family here, and we're just having a really good time here, and everything else will take care of itself. So once again, I appreciate all you guys joining in. Thank you guys for giving me the ability to take a show off and to be able to just go down to 2. When I get home in a couple of months, hopefully I'll be able to do more regular shows at a more decent time, and we can really have a really great time. But I'm making this sacrifice so I can hopefully make the path easier for me when I get home in a couple of months, which I'm ecstatic about. So anyway, man, dude, I'm excited about the ball game with UK. I'm excited about what's going on. It seems like these guys, every time you look at something on social media, you can see that these guys are out and about. These guys are bonding. These guys are making brotherhood for life. And I think this off season for any team. But I'm a Kentucky fan, so for Kentucky, I think that makes the season that much better when you can actually have guys who really genuinely care about each other and who they want the success for anybody. Hey, Jimmy, welcome to the show, Jimmy. Absolutely, UK's in the house tonight. I'm friends on Facebook with Jules Camara. His birthday. Hey, Jules, happy birthday! Big shout out to you. Not sure how your age is, but hey, we just wish you a happy birthday for sure. See, as I look over here at the comments, everyone's saying hi to everybody. Everybody's just greeting everybody, and that's exactly what this show is all about. We're family, and sometimes people come to, sometimes people come to a family gathering a little bit later than others. But when you walk through the door, people's greeting you. That's that Kentucky hospitality, or wherever you at. That's just that wasn't a heavy lot to watch. Have a lot of you watch Reed. Oh well, Reed Shepherd in the NBA is just he's killing it. He's showing why he should have been. No, people joked about Reed Shepherd being number 1 pick. Oh no, he can't. There's no way Reed Shepherd can be the number 1 pick. Well, you know what? Those 2 teams that picked over him, they're like, you know what? Maybe I should have rethought that. Jules is one of our favorite cats. Man, that's cool, man. Thank you. I wish I had people on my friends list. See, you guys got connections, bro. You guys know people that know people, and that's what makes this so much fun. where you guys can share your stories and share what's going on. But how do you guys? I want to know how. Matter of fact, tonight, you know what? As a matter of fact, tonight, Jimmy asked me earlier if I was going to take phone calls. Usually, I don't do phone calls on Tuesday nights because of the time and everything. But if anyone wants to call in for a couple of minutes, absolutely, we can take phone calls tonight. The other thing that I wanted to talk about first, though, before we start calling in or whatever, I want to talk about Travis Perry, man. Travis Perry, in my eyes, it's like every day we keep hearing things about what he's doing in practice and the eyes that are on him. Hey Linda, welcome in. I appreciate you joining in. Thank you so much. The eyes are up on Travis Perry. Everyone seems to be watching what he's doing, and he's going 100 free throws back to back, 2 days in a row of free throws. I think they said he's shooting 90% from 3 points. So I mean, to me, I think he's auditioning for Coach Pope to make a case on why he needs playing time, and don't just put me at the end of the bench and then forget about me, or don't make me a player that if we're up by 20 points, then you put me in to dribble out the ball. I think he's trying to make a case. I think he's trying to make a case that says, hey, not only should I be on the floor, but I can also make a difference on the floor too as well. Let me turn my mic down a little bit. You guys let me know if I'm a little bit too loud. I'm trying to make sure that I adjust the volume. But anyway, don't tell anyone. Son of a gun. I see you. Thank you for joining in. Absolutely. I think Travis is another read. Uh, Devontae, welcome in the house. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, for me, I think Travis Perry is making a case for please play me. Just give me the opportunity. Don't just look at me as being a kid from Kentucky, someone who just did good locally, but give me a chance on the big stage. That's why I came to Kentucky, so people can see who I am, and people can understand that I can play ball with the best of the best. And I think if he continues to do this throughout the rest of the off seasons, going into the seasons, I don't see how you take him and you keep him off the floor. I do want to ask a question though. You don't hear a whole lot about what's going on with Trent Perry. I don't know. Like I don't know if just much love. I appreciate it. I don't know if just Perry is doing so much in practice that it's hard to take their eyes off of him and maybe see maybe what Trent is doing. I know Chandler is getting some. I know he's getting some time too as well. I know he's getting back in it. His body is getting done. We found out that he did get shots up and he was able to do a little bit of basketball while he was on his mission. But I think right now, when you look at the three freshmen, it seems to be Travis Perry seems to be the one that seems to be getting that much attention, just for the simple fact of what he's doing. Tighten up, my man. What's up? I like it. Tighten up. I always trying to say Trent Noah is a good shooter. Okay, so see, that's that good stuff right there. That's that information that I didn't see, and I was curious. Thanks, Jimmy. I was curious as far it looks good, and he's modest. Um, I was curious because you don't really see a whole lot on Trent like you do like recently, like you see with Perry, just because of what Perry is doing in practice. So it's always good when other people can maybe see a different source or read something different that's able to let us know as a family. Hold on, Trent Perry, he's doing pretty good. I know Travis is doing a thing and everything, but hey, don't forget about Noah, and that's good because I haven't really seen a whole lot of because everything has just been kind of elevated as far as what Perry's doing. And I think that's pretty interesting. Travis, pretty local guy, Kentucky. Travis, pretty local guy from Kentucky. Yeah, yes, sir, he is. He will be great. So Pope is you got to earn it, guy. So and this is the comment for son of a gunner. That's my point about Travis Perry. everyone seems to be talking about, like, can he keep this up? Is this just something that maybe he's just having he's having a shooter's luck right now. He's just going through a shooter phase. Is this something that come, you know, the middle of September when they get ready to really gear up, when they get into October, is this something, when it leading up to March Madness, is this something that he's still going to be doing on a regular basis? And if so, then I don't know how you take Travis Perry and you not put him on the floor, because he's just too good to just leave him on the bench. You got to find a way to rotate. And that's why when people say that we are 12 deep, like, we really are 12 deep, and we really have 12 players that can get out there and really play basketball. And if I think rightfully, if Pope really plays this the smart way, and he's a lot smarter than me, so is his coaches, a whole lot smarter than me. But I think if they do this the right way, and with all the talent that we got, then come SEC play, it's no reason why we have guys that are worn out and don't have the legs to be energized to when we go into conference play, when things really, really get heated up and we really, really start to see, okay, can we really compete in the SEC? Where do we stand? And can we win some of these ball games? That just, like, not overusing people between the first game up into SEC is going to make a big difference and I think how we are able to run teams off the floor just because we're so depth. Travis has a better shot than Reed. Wow. Okay. I don't hear that very often, Sean, but let me throw that up right here just so people can see that. Jackson Robinson. Well, Jackson Robinson, he hit 11 threes. This is for Travis. I think somebody correct me, fact check me. I'm no problem with fact checking, but I think Jackson Robinson in the scrimmage against the La Familia, he hit 11 threes. I think he did by himself. But how do you guys feel about this comment? Call me crazy, but I think Travis has a better shot than Reed. So are you okay? So you talking about like a shot or a shot at making it? I have to assume that you're talking about a shot, like its form and everything. And if that's the case, then that's scary, because our thing is what's name didn't shoot enough. We wish Shepard would have shot the ball more. But when you have Rob and when you have which is congratulations on signing the contract. Reed, congratulations, and also a big congratulations out to Antonio Reeves for signing his contract, which is, man, he came back to Kentucky another year. He worked on his all-around game. He got better. Some of those games we don't win without him. So I'm really happy that he really got his contract and that he got his money and he's in the league and he should see some playing time with the New Orleans. Yes, the form, it looks buckets when he shoots. So hey, that's good, helping these guys understand what coach and absolutely. And I'm sorry if I keep jumping from subject to subject. So my apologies for that in advance. I'm seeing all these good comments. It's hard to ignore some of them. But it's just a hurl. I heard Williams talk about the impact that Robinson is making because he kind of takes what Coach Pope is trying to teach him, and Robinson takes the language and he sort of puts it into a way that the guys can understand it a little more or more efficiently, I should say. So it's not, Coach Pope is not like Coach Pope is doing it in a negative way, but having Robinson on the team, he's already lived that experience. I think having him as a voice, as one of the guys, as one of the brothers, I think he's able to take what he's already learned and able to help these guys a little bit more. And I think that's, take away of what he brings as a player. I just think him coming to Kentucky to be able to spend his last year at Kentucky and be able to help these guys understand the system that Coach Pope is trying to do. I think that's going to be vital, even almost as even more than what Robinson brings individually to the team himself. So being able to bring these guys in, be able to get these guys on, on board, understanding the language and the terminology that Coach Pope is trying to do, for me, that is huge. So Harold, thanks for actually pointing that out. Okay, Travis shoots better threes than Reed. Wow, man. So man, I mean, all you guys who actually had a chance to possibly watch this guy grow up, we're talking about Perry. All you guys who had an opportunity to see him play in person or to watch him grow, man, I'm pretty sure you guys got a real treat out of that because I'm and not just because he's a Kentucky kid, but I like those kids that I like those players that people be like, okay, you know what, he's okay, he had a good high school career or whatever. So I'm all about the little person. But I think with the way he's playing basketball, eventually he's not going to be seen as just a little person, like just a piece. Just like Reed, just like when Reed was, well, Reed's coming in. He's coming in with these five, with these other 5-star players, and all of this is going on and whatnot. But Reed stepped up in day one and showed, hey, whoa, hold on. Don't forget about me. I can still come out here and I can still ball. And if we get that same thing out of Perry, then we might have to lose him. Perry, if he's that good, then we have to lose him too after year one. So maybe it's me being a little selfish, but I gotta hope Perry's not all that great, so Perry can come back next year and be really, really great. But you want kids to do their best every chance they get on the floor, and I think to me that's what's important as well too. You know what I missed? I missed. Let me go back up here just for a second. Who is this? Who is this? I missed something. Where is that at? I gotta go back and find this right here. Hey Travis, I forgot to give you a shout out. It looks like Travis Barnett was the first Facebook viewer in, so I forgot to give him a shout out. So Travis, um, thank you for being my first Facebook viewer for the night. I appreciate that. What hurt Reed was coming off the bench. He should have started. Calipari is going to look back when he's done, and if Calipari ever writes another book about what he should have did different, if he doesn't put in his book, you're welcome, big guy. Um, if he doesn't put in that book that one of his mistakes that he made is not starting Reed and not starting Dillingham. If he doesn't put that in there, then that's just the now. I'm not gonna go off into Cal, but it just shows that you take these guys and you want to look at the power super five stardom kids and say these are the guys who I'm just going to ride with. And when you have someone else who is clearly outplaying them, but you don't want to you don't want the future recruits to be like, well, he'll bench me if I'm not playing too good. So I don't know if I want to go to him or not. You got to do what's best for the team. And I think it was a malpractice for him not to be playing Reed and Dillingham as starters. Now they brought a big spark off the bench. I say that, but some of those games where we were struggling to get started and struggling to get things moving, that put a lot of pressures on us. That put a lot of pressure on us where we had to exert way too much energy against teams that we shouldn't have just because we didn't have the right personnel in there. So hopefully, I think Coach Pope is not going to deal with that. I think Coach Pope is going to put the right personnel on the floor, and he's going to do the rotation that's smart and that's going to be effective for the team. And that's what I look forward to most. Cal and know who the players coach. That's why it's Reed showing out in the NBA. And I think that's what it comes down to. I really do. And like I said, I don't do videos on Cal. I don't talk about Cal in my videos. But that was a coaching malpractice in not starting Reed and not starting Dillingham. It's just not. These guys are at this level showing why, look, I'm playing with the best. It's only so many places. It's only so many slots on NBA teams. I'm going to show you why I'm best. And that's what we running into because Reed is just straight balling and Reed is showing why I should have been number one and not Sarr and the other guy. It just shouldn't have happened. Reed is just balling like that for real. Pope ain't giving up no 100. I hope he's not giving up 100 points, son of a gunner. I really don't. I think because we're going to stress on defense so much. I think because we're going to throw so many different looks at teams to hold ball games. And as Coach Fugler said in one of his videos, come halftime, we will make the appropriate adjustments to come out in the second half of what we was doing wrong. So we're not going to just go in at halftime and just drink water, get some Gatorade, and say, guys, let's do better. No, this group of guys. We're going to make the adjustments so we can come out in the second half, so we can make a difference. And I think that's maybe not what we was doing. And I think for me is another big thing about Coach Pope is I think Coach Pope is going to look for the advice of his other coaches. He's going to listen to what those guys have to say, and he's going to take it in major consideration. And I think when you a coach where you said it's my way or nothing, I know I got you here, but I'm still going to do things my way. I think when you do that, I think that's a losing recipe. But when you can bring people in who you trust, and when they give you sound advice, you have to believe that these guys have the best interests of the team, of the university, of the state, and everything that's going on. I really think that you know what I'm saying, that's going to be the difference in this team this year. It's just so much that's going to happen that's just been difference over the past 5 years that's going to make a difference, that's going to pay dividends in the first part of the year. And I'm looking forward to seeing that for sure. Um, no more it's my team. Yeah, no more it's my team. Exactly. I think everyone's going to come out. And I did a video. If you guys didn't see this already, I did a video maybe about 2 weeks ago on, are we leading by one person? Or are we leading by committee? And I think Butler is going to be our leader, but I think he's going to look to everyone else also to make sure that they're doing their job. They talked about when Amari did his video, his one-on-one video. They talked about how vocal he has to be. Him and Garrison has to be as the anchor in the middle to keep everybody, especially on defense, and how they are already perfecting the communication level of what it takes to play defense. And the more communication you have, the more talking you have, all of that getting beat back door, all of that stuff going over. Things are just going to be different this year for Kentucky. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm freaking excited about to see how this all turns out for this year. I'm freaking excited to see these guys get on the floor, and I'm ready to see these guys get on the floor and play some solid Kentucky basketball and bring what it means to play basketball at Kentucky, and that means playing for this name. That's why this is so important, and I cannot wait for sure. Uh, this is exciting. And if you can't get excited about what's going to happen this year in college basketball, look, these guys they're not just going out to make a name for individually. They're going out to make a name for the team. These guys understand the assignment, and these guys are definitely going out to try their best to hang banner number 9 for Kentucky where it belongs. Because it's been too long. It's been too long since we heard the trophy's coming back to Kentucky. It's time to hear that phrase again because it's just been too long. And I think this is the year that I think we're going to make a run for it, and that we're going to make that we're going to find a way to get it done. And that's what makes me that's what gets me excited about all this right here. Son of a gun that says, I'm stoked, Mike, and 64-year-old men shouldn't be stoked. Well, well, you know what? You know what? You go do your thing, bro. Be stoked, because I'm stoked and I'm very excited about what the year is about to bring to us. That's for sure. Um, you know, um, I love how Garrison said Pope gets out there and bodies up with them to teach them new ways. And that's what you need. You need a coach that's going to get out there and going to show you, look, guys, this is how you can play. This is various ways that you can do things. And I think these guys are very receptive. See, when you get guys, even older guys, everybody has hope. If you don't have hope, you turn to dope. So, uh, if you don't, Coach Pope is just trying to show these guys different ways on how they can be better, and we have to. And these guys are very receptive. And like I was saying, if you have guys at this level, being older and being more mature, and they're really open about learning how to be better players, then whenever you being taught something, you're more receptive of it. You're more to receive it. You don't have a wall up. It's like you can't show me this. I'm an older player. I've already been doing this. But when you have guys who don't have that wall up and they welcome in instructions into their lives, I think it's better for them and it's better for the team in the long run. So uh, we all stoked, bro. I like he said I'm 64 and a 64-year-old shouldn't be 64 man shouldn't be stoked. Well, you know, we got we gotta call it. You gotta call a spade what it is. And if you're stoked, hey, we're with you. And that's good that you are because I'm very stoked my own self as well. It just feels good to have a team that we can believe in, a team that we can start to say, you know what, we may just have a good year. We may just get things done this year. And like I said, it ain't going to be a perfect year. We're going to take some bruises and we're going to take some pains. And, we just, as a fan base, we talk about what the assignment is for the players. We talk about what the assignment is for Coach Pope, and we talk about the assignment overall for Kentucky. I think the fan base should have an assignment too, and be understanding. Don't go out and expect guys, don't expect us to beat teams by 50 points every ball game. Understand that having a tough ball game to win is good for us. We need to be tested. We got to just figure out how to get past those games that we're struggling in and seeing who's going to pick up the pace and who's going to do this. I don't really get to watch the USA games for the Olympics, so I have to watch Golden Boot in the house. So I don't really get to watch the whole 4 games of the USA games. So I have to go watch the highlights, and it's amazing. Teams are truly taking the American team down to the wire. The Sudan game, like those guys should have, the USA should have lost that game. But these guys are getting battle tested because when they get to the Olympics, teams come there to play. Teams are not going to come down and lay down, just because this is America, just because this is the USA. These other countries are coming to beat. These guys are coming in to beat the United States, and these guys are being tested. So when they get to Paris, when they get down, or when a team is up on them, then guess what? These guys, they know we still got this, no problem. Don't panic, and it's no different from the college level to the NBA level. It's really good to be tested just to really see who you are. And as I revert back to the first game of the season when we play Washington State, while it's a D2 school, these guys are still national champions, and these guys still know how to play basketball. So it shouldn't be taken lightly just because we're playing a D2 school that we're just going to go out here. Now, do I hope that we beat them by 30? Absolutely. I hope we beat them by 30. But at the bottom line is, if we get tested, then we shouldn't panic, and we should still keep the pace, because this is not a bad team that we're going to go up against. And this is a chance for us to get a baseline, see where we need to improve at, and then move forward and seeing how we can improve each and every day. So, Cooper Flag out and Birds and UK legend AD. So hey Carl, thanks for the show. Chris, thank you for joining in, or the Golden Boot. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate it, Chris. Appreciate it. Hi, Mike, guys and girls. Hit the like button for Mike and help him out. We got good content for free, and we get a family chat in. Yeah, well, everything. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that so much. But we're going to be our Cats are going to be good this year, and we're gonna grow from we're already growing. We're already making things happen. Is everyone ready to see what Stoops Vince has put together and make noise at SEC? I think football is going to do something this year that they've not done for a long time. This is okay. So this is switching over to football just a little bit right here, and I wish we had more conversations about football. Football, just I thought it was big. I saw another person who does videos too for Kentucky, and I saw where they kind of made a comment of, someone asked him, why don't you talk more, why don't you talk more football or whatnot, and why only basketball? And they they said the same thing that I've been feeling. Even though we're excited about football, football's just not really generating a lot of a lot of action, a lot of what I'm saying. Fans are just not really in. I'm not really talking a lot of football because basketball is just kind of the thing that everyone's talking about. And I guess it's just kind of showing why Kentucky is a basketball school and not really a football school. But like I said, just kind of going over to the football side of the house a little bit because Travis brought it up. And everybody's comments matter over here. So that's why I'm doing. Hey, Larry, welcome to the show. I appreciate you joining in. But I think as far as on the football side of the house, I just throw this up for Travis right here. Sorry, wrong one. Sorry about that. But hey, Carl and Larry, where's that at? Right here. Travis says, is everyone ready to see what Stoops Vince has put together and make noise in the SEC? I think football is going to do something special this year they have not done for a long time. I'm believing that. And hey, Clint, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I feel the same way. And I feel like that the football team is going to go on the road this year. And I think they're going to get a win that no one's really expecting them to win. Now, we got Ole Miss, we got Texas, we got Tennessee, and we got Texas, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and we got one more hard game on the road. Who's our fourth hard game on the road? I can't remember who they are. Because I know we play Auburn at home, we play Georgia at home, we play South Carolina at home. I can't remember who the fourth team is that we play on the road. So somebody can actually let me know, okay? Oklahoma. We play Oklahoma. No, do we play Oklahoma on the road? So we play Oklahoma. We don't play Oklahoma on the road, do we? Because we play Texas on the road. So are we playing Oklahoma and Texas this year? I didn't think we was playing Oklahoma this year. Is it Florida on the road that we play? Okay, so we got to go to Florida this year. We play Texas. Hey, Fee, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. We don't play Oklahoma this year. We could play Texas at Texas. We'll play Florida. Is it Florida, Texas, Ole Miss, and Tennessee on the road? That's our four teams that we play on the road. But call me crazy, and I know I got a couple. I got one or two people in here or whatever that may say different. But I think we find a way to win one of those ball games. I just do. Now, people can say we don't have the right quarterback. He ain't did nothing. We can say that, somebody can say that we might have receivers who didn't catch the ball very good, but they forget about what they did the year before of how good they is, but they didn't catch the ball as well they did as sophomores. They can throw all of this stuff in, and I get it. And I don't downplay any of that stuff. I don't downplay that we got a quarterback who hasn't started in his 3 years in college. I get that. I know that we got guys who didn't catch the football as good as they did as freshmen. I'm taking all that into consideration. But I just feel like this year, something for football is just going to be different than it has been in the past. Now, call me crazy. Call me a UK guy who just loves UK, and my hope level is just really high right now. Call me crazy. I get it. Don't worry about it. I've been called worse, but I just feel like that this could be a year that Kentucky football comes out and makes some noise. I'm gonna ride with it, and I may be wrong because I've been wrong in my life, but I'm gonna ride that one of those four games because we should beat Florida. Let's go beat Florida. Let's go take care of business. They say Florida's gonna be a horrible team this year. I hope so. Let's go win that ball game. So take Florida off the table out of Tennessee, Ole Miss, and what's the name, and Texas. One of those three games, we're going to get a win. And I'm going to stand by this. Do we go to Tennessee and do we rattle? Does Deion just put the clamp down on those guys at Tennessee? Do we put so much pressure on Nico that Nico doesn't know how to handle what we're throwing at him? I don't know. Do we go to Texas? Texas is going to be a hard game. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to put a loss on the season, maybe you can put Texas. Maybe you can put as well as Georgia or whatever. But every other game outside of that, we got a fighting chance. And I'm gonna stand by this. I'm not looking at the comments because I know there's somebody in there is just gonna throw me off, and I want to stay on topic. So I ain't gonna do it. You know I love him, but I'm not gonna look at the comments. Yes, it would be different. Your players recognize that your coach walked out. Oh my goodness, man. It's just look, coaches do this every day, man. Coaches listen to other teams every day. Like, why is what Kentucky did so much different? I don't get it. Like he's you acting like Mark Stoops is the only coach who's ever looked at another team and then came back. Like, why? Like, what? Coaches do this all the time. So we're gonna be okay. Okay, because if it was, look, to me, if it was that big of a deal, Deion Walker would have hit the transfer portal. The receivers would have hit the transfer portals. Some of the linemen would have hit the transfer portal. So to me, it's not that big of a deal because nope, not tonight. I got to go to work today and I got to be in 114-degree weather. I'm not going to get my blood pressure up tonight. It's just not going to happen. So don't forget the Kenny Brookton, the women's basketball team, volleyball team, too. Kentucky sports teams are all Robert, welcome to the show. Absolutely. A lot of these programs, they don't get a what's the name. I'm actually trying to make some videos on each individual new Lady Wildcat or the Lady Wildcats as a whole. So I'm just trying to go through and do about an 8 or 9 minute review on each player. So so we'll see. Our didn't rattle a true freshman. Nico, you can is not what that Nico is it. That's cool. He's a year older, but he didn't get a lot of playing time last year. He was still the backup, and he only really got his first shot in a bowl game. So don't act like Nico has been playing a whole year. Don't get it twisted. So I'm just saying. And ain't nobody on our got a defensive lineman like Deion Walker. But anyway, at Southern AT Miss South Carolina. Oh yeah, at Southern at South Carolina Ole Miss. I thought we had South Carolina at home. I thought South Carolina was at home this year. I know Ole Miss is on the road, Tennessee's on the road, and Texas is on the road against top 3 defenses in college football. I agree, Sean, ladies, we have a team this year. The ladies team is going to be really good. I'm not even going to – tonight I can't get my blood pressure up because I got a long day today. So today is actually – so when I do this show, I don't really – like the Thursday show is not too bad because I don't have work afterwards, so I can go longer on Thursday shows. But when I do like a Tuesday night show, then that means that I have a 20-hour day. So I won't I get up at 11:30 the night before because I have to take care of something. So I won't go back to bed until 5 o'clock the next day or about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So it's a very long day for me. But Mike said call him crazy, and it reminded me of that joke. So I think our programs is going to be good. We just got someone in here who just is going to nope. By the way, this is 1/3 of the Golden Boot and not who you think it is. Vandy will hang 100 on you. Women, okay. Well, if you go talk about Vandy, then I know exactly who this is then. Because the other two guys ain't going because Vandy ain't going to Vandy's not going to be on the other guy's mind at all. Because Vanderbilt is on nobody's mind at all but yours. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes this year, and that's for sure. But anyway, let me see what time it is. So I actually got a couple of minutes. So hey, if anybody wants to call in, let me put this number up right here. Matter of fact, I hope I can actually do this the right way, like we did. Because last Thursday night we did a couple of call-ins. Everyone was able to hear the callers really well. Everyone enjoyed it. So I'm going to put the number up if you don't know it already. And if you want to call in, just do a couple of minutes, maybe about 2 minutes or so. Whatever comments you want to make about whatever sport, basketball or whatever. Definitely got a Vandy fan in the house, Chris. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So call in if you want to call into the show. Call in for about 2 minutes or so. And tell me what's on your mind. Let me know who you are. Let me know where unless I got your number in the phone already from you, already texting, then just let me know who you are and let me know where you're calling from. And just head it up right here. Call this number at the bottom right here, 270-220-0994 for about 2 minutes or so. And just let me know what's on your mind for UK sports tonight. Let's get these phone calls in and let's see who's going to be the first call tonight. But I look forward to all UK sports for sure. The ladies is going to be better. You can't deny. Coach Brooks has just brought in a plethora of good women. Like he brought over that Amila from. Well, got a first phone call. I don't know who this is because I don't know who's calling. So we're gonna do this right now. Good evening. You on the phone with the Loyal BBN Fan Show. Who are we speaking to?
Hey, Michael, it's Matt. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you doing, Matt?
I'm doing good. I just listened to you. And, so that's going on. Hey, Kentucky's ready for football, aren't we?
Oh, I think we are ready for football this year. I think our guys are going to be locked in, and I think you know what I'm saying. I think our guys are going to be ready to prove some people wrong.
Yes. The big question is our running game. I mean, we haven't mentioned a lot about that, or I know you mentioned it, but I just was thinking more and more about the running game, the running attack. That's going to be a big key for Kentucky.
Absolutely. That's one of the positions that you don't hear a lot about. That's one of the positions for UK that has been strong for us in the past few years. But you don't hear a whole lot about what's going on with that. So definitely, if the running game is not there, then we definitely going to be dependent on Brock to make sure that and the receivers to make sure that these guys are making connections and these guys are getting downfield to help our offense stay on the field longer.
I think it's going to really be. I think the running game is going to be better than what it was last year. I mean, because we only had Ray Davis really to depend on.
Well, he was a lot.
Along with Brock. Yes, he was, and he really did it all. He could catch the ball and run too.
Absolutely, he sure can, man. Yep.
I stand by. I really do believe Brock Vandegrift is going to have a big year for Kentucky. I mean, this kid, he's not a kid no more. He's a grown man. He's learned a lot over the years, and not just playing at Georgia, but we're going to probably have a good treat with him. I know I've said that about the last couple of quarterbacks, and we did. Larry he played average. He had 23 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and only a completion rate of 55%. But I believe Brock Vandegrift's numbers are going to be better. I really do. I believe I wouldn't be surprised if the guy threw for close to 25 or 30 touchdowns, and plus help out the running game with Kentucky's offensive line. I mean,
we definitely going to need. I think our line is going to be. I think our line is going to be pretty good this year. But definitely, as Harold pointed out, we got a running back from Ohio State. So hopefully that you don't go to Ohio State as a running back and you're not good. So that's definitely something I'm just definitely going to have to be mentioned. Definitely. So I appreciate the call, Matt.
All right. You have a good night.
You too. Thanks, Matt. Okay. So first call is about football. So so people are actually there's people out there who are really, really excited about football this year. Not just basketball, but for sure, we look forward to that. As far as Clint goes, Clint says, I wonder how UK basketball would do against Minnesota State in extras. I started off the show with that game too as well. It's a D2 school. These guys won a national championship last year in basketball. I don't think it's, for me, you always get those easy cupcake games, teams that you can work out some wrinkles with. So I think this is going to be I think this right here could be a test for us. We got other guys who have come from smaller schools, so we'll be able to chance to see, what we're actually doing today. What we're doing and what we need. Our baseline is what I like to say. We get a baseline to see where we at, and we'll be able to see what we need to work on. Moving forward into the season as the schedule continues to get harder and harder. So I like this first exposition game. I really do, and everything. So, hey, Jimmy, thanks for calling in.
Hey, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. And yourself?
Oh, yeah, doing great, Drew. I love your show, everything. This is the first time I got to call in. Man, I love this.
Hey, thank you so much. You and I, we've been texting back and forth. So you wanted to make sure that I was going to do call-in tonight. So I'm doing
Well,
call-in. I'm doing call-ins just because of you, Jimmy.
well, hey, that's fine. Hey, I put it on a thing. I want to get a shout out for Antonio Reed. He did a 3-year deal with New Orleans today for $5.41 million.
Oh, you know what? And I mentioned that earlier. I did mention about Reed and about Dillingham, but I was really especially happy about Reeves because I know he had a decision to make and he came back to Kentucky and he improved on so much and everything. He took the gamble, I guess you can say, and it paid off big time for him. And I'm really glad to see
Oh
that.
yeah.
I'm glad that it worked out for him.
Yes, I am also. I mean, he was a great player, and I love him to death. I got a couple recruiting things with Yusufo. Uh, you know, they said that we're going to wait. They asked him to wait for us to be the last visit for him, so that we could be the last visit for Okafor. And yes, I mean he's 6'4". Combo guard. He's going to be great, and I think that is one guy we're going to be really looking at.
I feel like that the beginning or the start for Coach Pope, even though right now things don't really look all that great. Like we're not, every time we go out to somebody, we end up losing them, or they end up cutting UK from the list, or UK just seems to be falling down on the list of choices. But I think at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I always feel like that the right people would show up at the right place, and that's at Kentucky, and we'll have the right people in place for sure.
Oh yes, I mean there's Braden Burries, and then Braylon Mullins from Indiana, and he's going to be visiting on the 25th of October, and he's teammates with Macala Morano.
Okay.
So, and he's a 37.9 3-point shooter, and I think he's going to be a great addition if Pope can get him, and I believe it's going to be down to Kentucky and Indiana.
Well, come on, Kentucky. I don't know why somebody would choose Indiana over Kentucky. So,
I believe myself too. I hope it is Kentucky.
oh, absolutely. Mullins, Jasper, I like them three for sure. So we're gonna just sit back and we're gonna just watch and see what Coach Pope is able to do, and see who he's able to bring in here as well. So, Jimmy, thank you so much for the phone call, man. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad that you got through. Okay.
All right, I love it, and I will call back in anytime you ever want me to.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Go Cats.
All right, go Cats.
Go Cats. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm loving the phone call. I definitely the phone calls. Thank you guys so much. I definitely cannot wait until I get home, so I can really just be set it. Daryl, thanks for joining into the show as well too. I appreciate it. I saw you, Kentucky Kush. Thank you also for joining in. I see you as well too. So thank you so much. I appreciate it as well. So um, I'm just, at the end of the day, asking price will be crazy big, be hard to pay for what I bet he gets. But AJ's the real thing, man. And I've seen a little bit of him play as well. It's going to be to the highest bidder. It is. So you're going to have to go low for everybody else and just save that, NIL, people just donate. If you want it, let's just throw it all in and let's just see what we can get. Because at this particular point, like it's it's almost like no really price that's out that's crazy where you won't be able to pay a kid. So if they want the money and they know that they're going to be that superstar and they're that guy, I guess just find the money to pay them because we can't get um I wonder if Mark Football basketball program rivalry. I hope so. I definitely hope Yeah, but I think eventually 2 million is going to be like that's it. 2 million, that's it. You give, you know, Osabor got 2 million. I'm a lot better than Osabor, so I'm just saying, like you give him 2 million, you give me four. So I say, or the best transfers next year. So we'll see how that go. Hey, don't forget get your make sure you get your calls in right now. 270, the numbers across the board on the bottom, going across the bottom, 270-220-0994. And let's hear your thoughts about what's going on in Kentucky sports right now. If everyone in Kentucky would give $1, we might cover his asking price. Look like that might not be a bad idea, Carl. Absolutely. What hurt the baseball team? They lost they lost a lot of players. How can you go World Series then leave Kentucky? I don't know. So it makes you, it's just for Travis, it definitely makes you it definitely makes you wonder what was going on behind the scenes that would make people leave like that. Maybe they thought that the coach was leaving. Maybe that was the coach, and they just jumped ship. So I'm not really sure, but yeah, it does make you ask some questions. If you're paying a basketball player $2 million just to come to your school, your priorities are messed up. Well, you're gonna be telling a lot of schools that it's messed up. So you know, it you know, a lot of schools, once you pay one player a certain amount of money that seems ridiculous, then that's the new baseline for guys who think that they're really that good. I can't remember because the Davis, I think is his name, who went to Arkansas, Jonell Davis, I think is his name. Um, I don't know what he costs, but he wasn't cheap neither. He cost some pennies too. Um, Mike, you're trying to put Paul Farmer out of notice with these phone calls. No, I'm not. I wish I had a better system. You see, I got to hold my phone up and everything. Paul, he doesn't have to do that. I wish I had somebody behind the scene doing the switchboard and all this kind of stuff. So, I've just, um, I enjoy hearing, and now that I know if I position the phone at the right angle, then you guys can hear. You guys are getting, set the NIL limit high. So you guys can hear the phone calls and you guys got comments and stuff like that. It just makes the show that much better. And who wants to listen to me talk for an hour? I don't want to listen to myself talk for an hour. Let's just put that out there as a disclosure. I don't do baseball. So definitely, I'm gonna try to take about two more phone calls if possible. So if anybody wants to get in, please do. I know people ask for phone calls and stuff like that. So so definitely, I wanna I want to test the theory of if I'm talking about something other than sports, where the phone lines blow up. So, you know, I'm not that good yet at this, so I don't want to. I want to try to keep it as sports or whatever. But I would like for this show to be, 98.999 about sports, and maybe just a little bit about life in here too, as well, too. Just a little fun as well. And we can say we watched the show when we had 2K viewers. Yeah, absolutely. That's gonna be good. It really is. But I'm gonna, I'm staying patient. The hardest part about doing YouTube is not looking at the numbers all the time. Because if you look at the numbers, you get discouraged at times. So I try not to look at the numbers of viewers and all this kind of stuff compared to what other people are doing. You can't, because some of these other people that does Kentucky, their numbers and their views and their subscribers is like, oh my goodness, like these guys are freaking killing it. And sometimes you get discouraged when you go back and look at your numbers. So I'm trying my best not to look at numbers often and just try to stay focused on the task at hand and just growing from the bottom up and just seeing where, where I'm at or whatever. So yeah, absolutely. If you're live right now, if you're watching, please like it. Please like the stream if you like it. Hit the notification bell as well. And I appreciate all you guys definitely for helping me promote the show. So once again, get your calls in, man. If you want to talk about football, talk about football. You want to talk about basketball, we'll talk about basketball or whatever. Just hit the phone line up. Subscribe to the channel. Absolutely. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Clint, welcome back, dude. I haven't saw you in a while. I don't think I have. So definitely thank you for actually doing that. Spread the word on social media platforms. Thank you guys so much. We are treading water, keeping our head above water. But look, at the end of the day, the ones who want to watch the show is here, their own, and that's who I appreciate more than anything, because this makes you guys make the show completely authentic. I don't want to change up what I'm doing. I want to continue doing what I've been doing. I want to stay me. I want to keep the energy level. And I tell you guys, because I took the Monday off and I get an extra day of rest, my energy level is a lot better because I can feel myself. I can feel myself just like, man, I'm exhausted. It's not fair to people come on and spend their time watching. My energy level, my body language is just like I'm worn out, but I have some energy. I'm ready for this 20-hour day and we're going to get it. And I'm excited. So let's get it in for sure as well. Um, So I'm just excited. Do I have one or two more phone calls tonight? Just looking for a phone call. 270-220-0994 as well. What are your thoughts on Travis Perry? What are your thoughts on Trent Noor? Are these guys? I'm in and out. Hey, that's no problem. Thank you. I know I have your support, Clint. So I know it's life. Things happen, and I just appreciate whenever you guys are able to jump on and watch or rewatch or like or whatever. I just appreciate everything, and whatever's supposed to happen with my channel here on YouTube would happen because of guys like yourself who are always here and always supporting. So that what means the most for me. And when my time comes for me to grow bigger and bigger, it'll happen. Until then, we are going to on a weekend. We do 3 2-hour shows a week on the Golden Boot Pod College Win Top 40 and Top of it for you. Yeah, you know what though, Chris? I'm gonna say something. I want you guys to get in 114-degree weather, and I want you guys to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I want you guys to get up I want you guys to get up an hour and a half to get ready for the show. Okay, then start the show at 2, and then I don't want you guys to go back to bed until the next evening. Do that, and then you come and talk to me. So you guys are there. You guys get up in the morning. You guys get a good 4 nights rest. You guys got yes, you guys got jobs or whatever. I got that. But most of you guys are not in this type of heat. So do what I'm doing for a couple of days, and then come back and tell me about man up. Then we can talk. Okay, absolutely. Then we can talk because this is brutal. I think Trent Noor would eventually be like Ryan Braun that played for Kansas. I'm actually I'm looking forward to actually seeing him play. You do a great job, Mike. Hey, thanks so much, Matt. I appreciate it. So don't tell me about man up, Chris. You guys get to do things on regular times. You guys get to get off alive at what 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and have the whole night to sleep and do what you want to do. I don't have that, big guy. When I get off this computer today, guess where I'm going? Straight to get dressed, straight to cook me some breakfast, and straight out the door to work all day. So, hey, but you my hero though. This is tough. But I do this because I love you guys, because I appreciate everything you guys are doing. And I'm grateful to have this opportunity to have individuals who says, hey man, can you please go live? And when people ask that, I'm very excited about it as well too. But this is not always easy for sure too, because it will test your willpower as far as how much you can really go. And when you start driving to work, because most days we go to work because the sun's not out when we go to work. So 100 plus heat index up to 366. Don't go to bed till 1:30 a.m. Live shows don't end till. Hey man, do it. Hey, 100 plus heat index. That's fine. It is 3 o'clock in the morning right now, and it's 97 degrees. 3 o'clock in the morning, it's 97 degrees. And this on this part of the world, this is because we got buildings. When we go out to the desert, that temperature just goes straight up because when we go out towards the airport, we don't have those tall buildings to offer some shade and to offer. We just got straight desert, straight airport, straight blacktop, and it's hot all day. But I get what you're saying, Christian. You guys are killing it, bro. So yeah, you guys are putting it down. That's for sure on the Golden Boot. Yeah, and this is every day, and these guys are expecting it to get much hotter come next week. And when you add the heat and the humidity is going to rise up to like 85, 90% as well. This is not crazy. Yeah, Chris, you guys do a good job, bro. Um, you guys are really killing that, and I told you that today in a chat too. But you guys are consistent, and that's why you guys are growing like you are too. So, and you guys do more than just like your regular teams. You guys do all the sports, and I don't cover all the sports. So that's why you guys are really growing, and you guys are gonna have a lot of success over at the Golden Boot. So absolutely, um, you guys are killing it. But yeah, we just Kentucky's gearing up for a year for football. They're gearing up for women and men's baseball. Volleyball is going to get kicked off. This is just going to be one of those years that Kentucky sports is just going to say, "Hey, man, we are going to have a fabulous year across the board." And it doesn't matter what people on the outside believe. It doesn't matter what other teams believe. I just think that this year, bringing in Mark Pope, bringing in Coach Brooks, bringing in these guys that know how to win games, that will win games, um, that know how to run a team. I think these guys are going to come in and these guys are going to make some noise in year one, both of them across the board. And I'm already going to call it. I think the Kentucky women's team will 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 make it to March Madness this year. For the ladies. Um, for sure. Lamont Butler, SEC All Conference. He's going to lock some people down, and I'm looking forward to him guarding Davis for Arkansas. Like I can't wait, and he can't wait neither. It's going to be exciting. That's for sure. Perry and Chandler both very underrated. I think. Well, and Sean, that's kind of why I started to show off as well with Perry. The things that Perry is doing in practice right now, it's just he's making a case of like, hey, you can't just bring me here to Kentucky just because I'm a Kentucky kid. You got to, I'm here at Kentucky because I can play basketball and I can do the things that these other guys do as well too. So he's making a case of you can't just put me at the end of the bench and just leave me. Chandler, he's making a case of you can't just bring me here and leave me at the end of the bench. Nor why he's not while we're not hearing as much about him as we are about Perry, I think he's making a case for you can't just bring my case. So teams are going to talk about how good they are. We got 12 dudes right now that can play basketball. And Coach Pope with his rotation and not burning people out and keeping legs fresh for the end of the game. And you put the five best players who've been playing the best for that ball game, and you have them close out the ball game, and that's how you win ball games because these guys they already got fresh legs, they've already been sharing the minutes, they understand the assignment, and then they go out and then they win some ball games. And I think, and so I think to me that's the recipe to make the assignment even more special. I wouldn't know who I wouldn't know who to start, and you know I think for sure, if you look at it at the end of the day, for me, you really got to say Jackson's going to start. It'd be hard not to say I think it'd be crazy just to say, okay, Jackson, you're not starting. Now, does that mean every game? I don't really know, but I just feel like you can go ahead and pencil Jackson and Butler and Amari Williams in the starting lineup. And I think everything else kind of falls into place. But, like I said, it's going to be exciting to see how this all unfolds. But at this particular point, because the way Coach Pope spreads the minutes around, it matters who starts. It really does. But I think guys are going to rotate in such heavy in regularly so often that you at some point you're gonna be like, okay, these guys they both got like 15 minutes of ball game. Who started? And we won by this and like we won by that. So I'm definitely looking forward to is our best player. I think Jackson is our best player, and I don't think the players are like too prideful to say that. I think they would say right off the back. But here's the thing about Jackson being the best player. Everyone has their role to play. And I think they play that role very well, or they will play that role very well. in making the success of what Kentucky can do this year. And it's like, you always hear that phrase, do your job. And I think if you read about some of the things, how Coach Pope put this team together, I think at the end of the day, he completely constructed the team based off what pieces he needed. And I think that is, I think that's the reason why this team is going to be as good as it is. And he got Jackson Robinson because he had to be that guy that, hey, we need a bucket, go get one. He brought Brea in where we can shoot the ball. He brought Perry in so we can shoot the ball. He brought all of this in just so we can be productive in all of these areas. And I think that's what makes, and I think that's the reason why this right here is going to be such a great team this year, because everyone is really embracing their role of what their job is here at Kentucky, and everyone understands that I have to do what I have to do in order to make the team better. And if Jackson Robinson is going to be that guy, then we're okay with that, as long as I'm still doing doing what I'm supposed to do. And I think that's going to be exciting. So Harold says, I'm looking forward to March. To Big Blue Madness and Blue and White game. That should be fun too as well. Hopefully, no matter who puts in, we just keep rolling. And to me, that's the biggest thing. Now when you look at, it doesn't matter who starts, as long as we put people in and we keep rolling. I think last year Reed should have started and Dillingham should have started. That would have made a big difference going down the stretch. Because we're not gonna get it. We start Brea. You start Brea and Carr. Well, we probably will. I kind of like Krista maybe to start, but we heard of Butler leadership and defense. Krista would be great, spark off the bench, and maybe to get underneath and great freshman skin, aka Cooper Flame. It's going to happen, the thing with Cooper is, people are going to say that he went out against Team USA and really, really had a good outing. Let's be honest. How much of these guys really, really care? Really. These guys was playing, with Cooper. At the end of the day, if you tell me that I can have Cooper or you tell me I can have Anthony Davis, I'm probably going to go with Anthony Davis. I just am. If the Anthony Davis played against Cooper the way he did against Sudan, or way he's been playing in the Olympics, or in the qualifying games or whatever, if Anthony Davis has brought it that way against Cooper, we don't be having this conversation about how good Cooper was. We don't be having this conversation, and that's not a topic that some people want to have. Anthony Davis now is playing for a gold. Anthony Davis was just in practice, and that's why, if you want to say Cooper just went off and had a good game, that's cool. But Anthony Davis is playing for a gold medal now. Let Cooper be on the other team right now, on somebody else's team right now, and we'll see how bad Anthony Davis destroys that kid. I'm telling you straight up. But nobody wants to have that conversation. We're talking about practice, right? We're talking about practice, and Cooper had a good practices with him. That's cool. But this is a ball game now. Now this is about, like, oh man, this guy was good. Oh, he's in practice. Oh, okay, that's good. Put him on another team and let him go up against Team USA, and let's see what he got. You think you're going to take Cooper and destroy LeBron? Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Man, we ain't going there. Like I said, when it's time to play Duke, we'll be ready. Cooper or no Cooper, we're going to be ready to play ball. AD all day as long as he's healthy. Yeah, AD all day as long as he's healthy. AD has some health problems sometimes here and there. So we'll be ready. And if you don't think all Wildcats, if you don't think Carr, if you don't think Krista, if you don't think these teams are ready to play Duke, you don't need to be here talking to us, because things are going to be different. And I promise you. AD led him 30 points in the second half against Sudan. Stop it. Well, look, America, the USA team against Sudan should have lost that ball game. They should have lost that ball game, because Sudan. And who do we have? Who do we have on Sudan? We had one of our own. Man, what's his name? Man, He wore number 14. What's his name? He was on Sudan's team. So I'm trying to think what's Wing Gabriel. He was on Sudan. He was hitting shots. So it was a hard game, and I was on the treadmill watching it, and I'm like, "What the freak, dude? Are we really about to lose this ball game to Sudan?" But we held on, and we was able to win. So anyway, like I said, you take the LeBron that's been playing these last few ball games against a Cooper Flame. Come on, bro. It ain't happening. You can say what you want to say about practice. It doesn't. Nope, not today. Not today. But anyway, hey guys, I think we had a really fun show today. Absolutely, man. Hit that like button if you can. Yeah, just you guys, whatever. Chris, you good, dude. You are good. You that guy that sits off in the back of the crowd, just looking to see who you can okay, you can't erase that. Okay, I never said that you could. So you can't erase it. But do you think LeBron plays the same then as he would as if he's playing for a gold medal? It's a night and day difference in the ball game, bro. It's night and day difference. Period. It just is. So, but you know what though? Everybody gets dunked on once in a while. Nobody. Jordan got dunked on. Okay. Kareem got dunked on. Shaq got dunked on. Everybody gets dunked on. So you can't base his ability just because he got a chance to dunk on LeBron or just because he had a good game against those guys. You can't base that on that. Now, is he a good player? I am definitely not downplaying the kid can play basketball. The kid can ball. I'm not here saying that he can't ball. But if you put him on the opposite team, playing for the gold medal or playing for a medal, don't even worry about it. He ain't beating LeBron now. He ain't having the game that he do. So I watched it. Those guys wasn't playing. Like I said, but the pressure in practice versus the pressure playing in a game that matters is totally different. It just is. Do a game against the college kids, but in the end is the best USA that year. Gone won by 60 every game. Yeah, those guys, they won by 60 every game. There will never be a team like the 92 team ever again. Those guys was it. It was very intense. LeBron was very focused on trying to win that game. So, but the pressure is not there. The pressure is not if we lose the ball game, we're not going to win a gold medal. It's just a different atmosphere. Yeah, I want to win the ball game, but at the end of the day, who remembers that ball game really? Like, who really remembers that ball game besides the young guys who got to play against them? Nobody else remembers that. That game is there and it's gone. Nobody else remembers that. Nobody else is talking about that or what these guys did. Now, what they're talking about is how's the USA going to stop these teams? Stop letting these teams stay in the ball game in the Olympics and stuff like that. How they got to play better. So what was the excuse? Sudan just played good. Sudan just wasn't missing shots at all. These guys were just hitting everything. And, like I said, we should have did what we wanted to do. But anyway, hey, guys, thank you guys once again for joining into the Lawyer BBN Fan Show. Chris, as usual, thank you. Appreciate it. You're making excuses to diminish what Flag did. No, he played a ball game against them. He did well. I'm not diminishing who he is as a player. He's a good player. He's going to give us some trouble. But I think we still going to find a way to win that ball game. I just do. Experience over talent in that ball game all day. Thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And hey Jeff, welcome to the show as well. It was practice. It was. And as the famous words of Allen Iverson, practice. We're talking about practice. Okay? That's what we're talking about. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thursday night, 7:00 Eastern. Join back in. More phone calls. Be prepared with your phone calls. Call in. Let's have a great show. And I appreciate you guys, and I love you. And I'm out. Go Cats.